How's it going, Lone Riders? It's Andrew back with another video about product design, and this week we are talking about tank bag. Moving on from last week, we have some great feedback and we're moving into another phase of the design. If you're new here, subscribe. We talk about product development and things like that, interesting stuff about how products are made, and so stick around to subscribe to get notifications and stuff like that. So let's jump into the computer and see where we are and where we're going with your feedback. So if you look here at the process, we are at the stage down here, sketching design stage, because we've already got the ideas. We went to feedback from everybody. Then I did a first round of sketches. That was last week, and I've spent the whole week developing those ideas and that feedback that I got from you from these sketches. Now I'm in sketch phase, so I'm going into the detail, how it works and stuff like this. I'm trying to stay in sketch as long as possible because it's the easiest way to get ideas out fast. As soon as you jump into the computer, which will be the next stage after the feedback from this video, you're kind of getting more accurate, and those tools are very good, but they are very accurate and they kind of hinder the creativity aspect of it. So after this week, I'm going to show you the design, and any feedback I get, I'll introduce that into 2D, so a two-dimensional drawing, and that should give you more of an idea, because my sketches are quick and just rough sketches. They're not very accurate in the way of displaying the information to you, but for me it's enough. So, and after that we'll jump into more rounds of feedback and 3D design to try and get the volumes correct and stuff like this, and maybe any mechanical parts, rubber injection molding parts that we need to do. Then we're going to prototyping, so we'll produce a bunch of prototypes and get our hands on the real 3D product, and from there we'll jump into feedback and maybe go back to prototyping, and then feedback, then back to prototyping. It's kind of like forward and backwards, to try and make sure all the details are correct. Then we'll go into product testing, and we'll send some gear out to people to try and get a hands on. This is always good. We get heaps of feedback and information about what's good, what's not good, better ideas. And once that's sorted, once we can narrow that down, we get another sample made, and that's called the golden sample, and that's what we produce a volume from, mass production. The first part of the design we'll talk about is on top of the tank bag, and here I wanted to do something different. We already do it for the Overlander and motor bags, which are behind me. The multi-system is where we can attach lots of different products to, but a lot of companies do it. It's kind of, I don't know, I want to push the boundaries a little bit and just have it explore around. I want to keep it now, the Molle, because it's very practical obviously, but I just wanted to do something a bit different. So I'll be looking into the Molle Panel. It's like a rigid Molle system, and that has some benefits that the traditional Molle does not. It has some drawbacks as well, but it's perfect for these bags. But for the tank bag, maybe we can do something a bit different that works better for that environment. The rigid panel is basically Molle, but it's made out of plastics or some kind of composite material, and you can add and remove stuff to it. And the good thing, this will look like this basically, and you can add it on top of the tank bag. And the tank, it'll be attached with Velcro. So that's the safest and quickest way to access it and remove it. And the good thing with this rigid system is there's many attachments that work well with it. We can even put hard attachments on it and like really fix things on there so they won't come off with phone mounts and stuff like this. But we can also do the traditional stuff as well, which is the foam cases and stuff with the Molle straps behind. So that's one. It looks like this in real life. This is from Pelican case to it inside their lid. This is an example. This is composite. You can do it on metal as well. You can put your headphones, or ear muffs, and nose there. And then what I like about it is this. So I can change between, I don't know what this is, but one system to another system. So I can basically buy two or three of these and have two or three sitting there, and whatever I need, whatever day I'm going to have, I can just take that panel off, put it on the bike and go. Or if I'm out in the wild and I want to take that panel off, it's got the important stuff on it, I can just rip that off and then walk away with it. So you can even leave the bag on the bike, and then just take the important stuff off the bike. There's endless possibilities for this, so that's what I really like about it. Other cool thing about it is there is a lot of options to attach stuff to. As I said before, there's this kind of like strap systems, and these can be removed. These are quick release stuff. So if you pull on the product, it's gone, it's out of there, which is really cool. And this is to give you an example of what you can do with it. I like this weavy idea. This is quite cool. You can also, there's Velcro attachment parts. You can use these kind of cable tie systems and the traditional Molle systems. And then, yeah, of course, there's quite a different variety of tools and stuff you can put on. See, and it's what's cool about it is you can put this quite enough heavy stuff on it as well, and it will not destroy the fabric. So that's what's good about it. And limited modular systems. So that's kind of something that we'll do for the top. It's different. It's no other company is doing it, so it's kind of unique, and it's extremely practical for the user, which is pretty cool. Unless you have another idea, let me know. Always open for ideas. The next thing I worked on was the attachment design. So there's two camps, but there's the strap, which is connected to the bag, and then you just take everything off, or there's the kind of the harness, the tank harness. And I just want to move on to where to go. Which way should I go with this one? That's a good question I want to ask you guys. I didn't think it was going to be a problem, but now I am, because there's positives and negatives. That's what I'm thinking about. So I've got two different designs here. On the left, we've got the integrated design for like the KTM, and on the right, we've got the harness system. One thing I like about the harness system is I can add Molle strips down the sides here, and we can add other bags onto it. The other thing I don't like about it is that it just sits on the bike, and I don't know different bikes if it'll fit, if it won't fit, and things like that. And then there's the complete system, so I will attach that to the bag underneath with the system, and then we can attach it to the bike. I'm going to make 2 volumes, 10 litre, which is the smaller volume, and that's kind of like a capture all, and then we're going to do the 15 to 18 litre, which is going to be for the bigger bikes, for the GSs and stuff like that, and that'll be custom formed to the GS tank. And the Africa Twin also has quite of a big pullback on that tank, so we'll also make sure it fits that. The extra bag outside, this is an interesting one. I worked on this for a whole day trying to figure this out, and basically it comes down to what kind of lid we're going to use. Are we going to use the lid system or the zip system? I actually pushed it so far that I started making attachment systems for this. There's 2 different prototypes. Over here you can see my attachment system. This one would be Velcro, very simple, and this one will be the new attachment system. And I actually did it so far where it just attaches onto a Molle system, and then off you go. So this is how I wanted to attach this bag to the outer of the tank bag. But if we have a lid system, basically there's no need to have this bag outside, because the lid system is accessible very quickly. It's just pop it off and you're into the gear. If it's a zip system, this kind of extra outer bag makes sense, because it takes longer to get into the tank bag, and you need 2 hands. So if we do the zip, then we'll add an outer bag. If we don't do the zip, we won't add the outer bag, because you can just get it straight inside. For the phone, tablet and map case, what we've got to do is decide if it's going to be waterproof or non-waterproof. Many phones are waterproof these days, so there's actually no need to make them waterproof. You can make them like water resistant, mostly water resistant, which we'll probably do. I don't think there's really a need to make everything waterproof on the phone, because it is actually, most of them are IP rated. So, but let me know, should we make it fully waterproof or non-fully waterproof? If you want it fully waterproof, then there's going to be a problem with charging. We can try and figure something out, but basically that's the options. There's Blackhawk do quite a quick release med pack here, and basically what I'll do is I'll add the Molle on the back, and then it's got a pad of Velcro, so you can just take the phone off and take the tablet off, or take the map case off. Because what I found in Africa especially, you're on the road and you need to know, there's no signs or GPS or anything, so often I had to stop on the side of the road and ask people where to go. So I'd have to rip off the map from the top of the tank bag, and I'd walk over to where they're sitting having coffee or something, and then I'd ask them. They mostly didn't know where they were, and they'd never seen their region from the sky before, but it was a good help to be able to take that off and bring it to them in the cafe. Internal design, I went through, I mean, these are rough sketches. I've got it sorted in my head, but basically this is the layout. I've covered air. There's waterproof pockets in there in case you spill internally. Something blows up, cans blow up and stuff. I've had that before, so I'm doing an internal waterproof pocket just to stop that. Electronics, which is padded, pens, pen area. There's a highway card, easy pass in the roof. A key attachment system, document holders and stuff like this, the tools and medical stuff. There's a hidden pocket, also place for your wallet, and like cards and stuff like this. I'm doing internal light as well. I'm looking into that. I'm just trying to find a good quality one. A keeper, which is kind of like down here you can see the Yeti one. You can pull it. There's like attachment system, so you can pull it out, and, swipe in or swipe out, and then it retracts into the keeper again. Quick release bag, so I'm going to put the bag in there so you can pull it out and leave the rest of it there. A divider, and it's padded areas, it's all padded. A point and shoot camera area, so just for your point and shoot guys, it's padded and it's all protected. It'll protect the camera from the contents. EpiPen storage for the EpiPen storage, and a coin for coins and stuff, change and stuff like that. So that's the internal design. I'll get to this after. I'm going to make it, so for the internal design we'll use our traditional red interior so you can actually see it, and also the ripstop nylon and stuff like that. It's quite high quality, good quality YKK zips and stuff like this, so it'll be well organized, and this is the internal storage for the Overlander, and we'll take this as a base and work from that. So yeah, it'll be very organized as well, thought through, and in the next stage when I do the 2D drawings I'll give you more of an idea about how that lays out. So the outer design, it's this lid versus zip system. I'm tending definitely towards the lid system. If you've got a real need for the zips, tell me now, because we are going to choose lid versus zip. I think the lid system is much better. It's much more accessible, it's waterproof, and it gives a nice seal there. So and it's quick to get into, very quick to get into, and it's semi-rigid. It's a solid solution. We're going to push that system fine. That's the way we're going to go for now. If I am wrong, let me know straight away. A lot of guys are converting straight away. A lot of guys that are emailing me saying, yeah, they'd prefer the lid over the zip, that were zip people before. So yeah, I think it's the best way to go, and it's I think once you actually get that in your hands, and you'll be able to see how quickly it is to open and close the bag and not bother with maintaining zips and stuff, you'll be also into it. But let me know. I'm taking some outer design parts and materials over from the motor bags. I'm going to integrate the rubber parts onto the handle here. This is for the gloves. I'll do it on the other side here too, on the lid. I'll do that on the lid part. Over here I'll do that all rubber as well, so we have a nice flexible top part. If it works, I've got to test it if it works. I've got Molle on top. We'll use a Molle panel, and then integrated, we'll sew it together. It'll be waterproof, so we'll patch up these sew lines, but we'll get that that high-end motor bag, awesome looking waterproof style that we do with the motor bags. That's basically the materials we'll use. We'll use Hyperlin, 600D nylon, and high quality rubber for this all in one beautiful package. So yeah, it's gonna have that nice aesthetic. The next steps are basically, I'm going to go into the 2D now and give you more of an idea of what it will really look like. These sketches are quick and dirty, and that's what they're supposed to be, and I'm also going to work on the quick release system. But if you have any feedback, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try and get back to you within 24 hours from posting the video, and then or email me back and stuff like that. But yeah, let me know about any of these points. I'll put numbers on them. I'd love to hear your feedback. We're getting close to something substantial now, and yeah, thanks for joining us.